From the great halls of their house, there are assembled three who hope to one day be the world's greatest driving heroes. Created from the cosmic legends of the universe comes our team captain, the Vision, Bill Fisher, and their soon-to-be Wonder Woman, Vicky Fisher, and our Captain Marvel and head flight trainee, Jennifer Scripchuk. Their mission: to fight injustice, share what is right and wrong, to get you out of your house and come out racing with them and serve all mankind. They are the Garage Heroes in Training Team.
Welcome to the Garage Heroes in Training Podcast. I am the only host for this episode, and I don't sound good because I forgot my cord for my microphone, but it's Bill. Same as always. We have a returning guest. We have failed miserably in our goal of doing a daily update on the Lemons rallies this year, and I'm blaming Jeff. Jeff's blaming me. It all meets in the end, but Jeff Stobbs back.
Hello.
Why don't we just blame time zones? We'll just blame time zones.
Mostly, I think it's time zones, because when we're in the same time zone, we do just fine.
Yeah.
When we're in separate time zones, that's when we start to run into a few problems.
Yeah. If we were West Coast, we would be fine. But
well, and on top of that, I was in two different time zones during this rally, so that made it even a little bit more difficult.
That could be. It could be.
Yeah.
So bringing everybody who's not already knowledgeable in what exactly we're talking about, what were you doing, Jeff?
Well, yeah, we were participating in the Lemons Rally, which is like a scavenger hunt across the United States, looking for silly checkpoints and terrible cars.
Mm-hmm.
And this year we were doing the Four Corners Rally, which it was initially named the Four Corners Rally until we found out that the Four Corners was closed. So then it was changed to the Rocky Mountain Breakdown. And we started at the AMC, or the Rambler Ranch, which is an AMC museum in Elizabeth, Colorado.
How many days was this one?
This one was 4, so a little bit longer than usual. We figured 1 day for each corner.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's only fair. Can't skip a corner, you know.
Yeah, didn't want to leave anyone out.
No, exactly. So you started at the Rambler Ranch, and then you proceeded to...
We headed our way down to Elizabeth, stopping at a lot of things along the way. One of my favorites was the TLRV, which is, it was like a high-speed railway experiment kind of thing.
Okay.
From the 80s. There was apparently, I don't remember it, but apparently there was like a lot of money out there for people to develop high-speed rail in the United States, and none of them really worked out. So that was in Pueblo, Colorado. And as always, we were able to find something with the last name of Rude. So everybody had to stop at the Rude Candy Company. And a lot of very, very heavy railroad day on this.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stops. And then we ended up in Santa Fe. Some of the interesting cars at the inspection. We had, actually, a 1980 Fiat Spider. The guy didn't really run with the top the entire time. A 52 GMC pickup that was towing a trailer, but they quickly disappeared at the start of the rally. We never saw them again. There was a Smokey and the Bandit themed Trans Am, a 77. But they were both, it was very nice. 57,000 original miles. It was really nice until it vomited coolant out of its tailpipes.
Yeah, that's not the preferred path.
Yeah, so those were kind of some of the standouts. And then, of course, Jim Forbes' 1953 MG TD, which if you see him on a rally, you probably just shouldn't even come because he's going to win. It's ridiculous that he got that through the whole rally.
It's surprising you can get that through a day, never mind a rally.
Correct. But I would like to point out that all of our British cars that have participated in rallies, to my knowledge, have completed a rally. Really? So maybe they're not as bad as we think.
Yeah, I don't think we could quite make that leap, but I mean,
I own 4 MGs. So wait, 1, 2, 3 MGs. right now. So I have a soft spot for British cars, obviously.
How many are running, Jeff?
Technically all of them. One's up on jack stands right now because it's going to be a gift to my buddy Kevin's mom. I don't think she listens to the podcast, so it's not a surprise.
Her and 8 billion other people.
Yeah. You're so popular.
That's right. You sit there and say, wow, we're doing really good. And then you think about all the people who don't listen. It's like, we're not doing that great.
Yeah. Percentages. Yeah.
Yeah. Not so good. Not so good. Not even a rounding error. So did we have anybody in the rental car division this time?
Oh, yeah. We did have someone in the rental car class, Phyllis and Corey. They've run the Corvette before. They ran the Vista Cruiser. God, what other cars have they done? That weird Mercedes minivan Chrysler thing from like the early 2000s. I can't remember what the number for that is. But anyways, they showed up this year in a 2022 Porsche Cayenne, and it was from Hertz. So their theme was that they had stolen it because, as we all know, Hertz rental car was putting people in jail who had rented cars from them and had not planned it returning it. So it was a good theme. They stayed on theme for most of the time. It epitomized the rental car class. They flew from Florida, bought a condo during the rally. Like, it really was what I want out of the rental car class. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on day 2 of being on the run from Hertz right now. So, so far, no police.
So far, so good.
Have tracked me down. But, we'll see.
That's good.
I got one more. Well, no, I got a day and a half more. So they may think I'm stolen by now, but who knows? Whatever.
Probably.
Yeah. It's amazing when you sell all your cars and then you restart a business, then you don't know how to run it because you run forever. But,
correct. Yeah.
Whatever.
Who would have thought?
How hard can
it be? And then, yeah.
Any notable breakdowns or get parts from a museum again, just to see that it's possible?
Yeah. So Safety Third Racing, who ended up winning second on points, they lost their clutch spring, and like any responsible adult, they replaced it with bungee cords. So that was on day 1. So they ran the rest of the rally with bungee cords.
Awesome.
For their clutch return spring. The Fiat was having some transmission issues. It was weird. It would lose all of its fluids, and then you would just fill it back up, and then it would just keep trucking on. So no one's 100% sure what was going on with that. We had a lot of I would almost say like reliable cars on this one. Other than the few standouts, everything was from like the 90s or newer. So a lot of standouts. Jan and Tom, they ran a Volkswagen Beetle, the second gen, a 2000, and they ended up actually selling it to James Gilboy from The Drive and Rafi Ward at the end of the rally. So, which worked out for their theme because their theme was car salesman. So during the entire rally, the price of the car would just go up and up, much like the car market currently. They knew what they had.
Did they have a flower in the flower holder or no?
No, but they did have the wacky arms guy,
cool.
that they put in front of like car dealerships. It was clever. I like their theme a lot. And they, like I said, they kind of saved my ass on day 3 of the rally when I was overcome with food poisoning after eating at a place which I should have known. It was called Dirty Birdies. I don't know why I'm surprised I got ill, but I did. No one else did. So most of day 3 for me was a slog across Arizona to get from Flagstaff to Santa Fe.
Was it a slog across Arizona, or did you slog Arizona all the way across?
I think I slogged Arizona all the way across. Okay. I've never lost weight on a rally, and I lost 5 pounds on this one.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a good diet plan if you can stick to it.
Yeah, well, there's downsides to this plan, but
correct.
Who wants to talk about that when you're talking?
Yeah. So at the day, so at the end of day 2, we ended up in Flagstaff, and of course that presented a problem for day 3 because I don't know if they were talking about it out on the East Coast, but there was a large wildfire raging north of Flagstaff,
yes,
and between Flagstaff and Moab, and it was the only route to Moab. So we had to come up with a alternate route, which ended up working out pretty well for everybody.
I just got to my hotel, and the little weather report app on the bottom says fire weather. So maybe there's
Where are you?
something here too.
Where are you right now?
I am in the Mecca known as Huntsville, Alabama.
And that's fire weather. Interesting.
I don't know.
I don't really imagine Alabama being on fire, but
No.
I guess those are the times we live in.
Could be some type of barbecue thing I'm not aware of, but
perhaps that would be good. Also, on a good thing about day 2, which was a lot of fun, we had everybody had built a rocket on day 1 because we sent them to White Sands Missile Range, or the Trinity site marker on Highway 86, I think it is. And so they all built rockets. So hopefully they had a good time at launching their rockets during the rally. It made for some really good video. And in several instances, people from like IT and backgrounds like that would beat the teams with backgrounds in engineering. So, which is always good. That always makes me happy. I mean, I adore engineers and they're very important, but it's always kind of funny when that happens.
Anything we can do to kick me down, I'm fine with it. That's good.
Correct. Then day 3, I literally have no idea what happened on day 3.
You survived. That's all that matters.
Yep, I woke up and started driving. I did see a video that Brett Holdaway, Judge Brett, made. It was from the movie Vanishing Point. So he had an old 442, and we had 2 cars that vaguely looked like police cars. So he drove around the impromptu roadblock. Nice. On a close course, very safely, obviously.
Well, absolutely. I mean, we would do nothing different on a rally.
Correct.
We are fully responsible.
Yeah. Then on day 3 or day 4, we rolled in from Moab into we went to Morrison, Colorado. So it ended at Bandimere Speedway, but of course, it's the Colorado Mountains at the end of April, so it started snowing pretty heavily. So those who did not have tops or heaters or defrosters had to make some pretty tough decisions on which route to take and how to get to the finish line. Jim Forbes went through Gunnison, Colorado, and literally we have a cutoff of around a 6 o'clock. So we would like people to be there at 6 p.m. And he rolled in literally at 6 p.m. It was pretty amazing.
Well, I mean, most times when you're on one of these rallies, there is the option of just setting your car on fire if it's cold. I mean,
correct. I mean, it's probably worth more on fire than it is worth not on fire as a heating source as you're driving through. Yeah. So, and on day 4, that's when Corey and Phyllis got their brand new Colorado Mountain condo. So congratulations to them.
The true winners.
Yeah, they literally bought a condo. I was like, well, you win.
Yeah.
So it was a good one. So when all was said and done, Jim in the MG, he won first. The El Camino won second, and the Fiat won third on points. And then for Random Acts of Stupidity, Statosphere Motorsports, Tom Stat and his family won that. They brought a 2003 Bluebird All-American 37-foot bus that he kind of converted into an ATV hauler.
Okay.
If you can find the video out there, there's a video of him driving down a dirt road, and his mother is trying to sleep on the bed in the very back of the bus. And I don't know if you remember driving in a bus when you were a kid, but there's a lot of bounce back there.
Yep.
So she's getting bounced off the bed as they start driving. It was pretty funny to watch the video.
I did.
And then
go
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You have a list.
Oh yeah, I'm just going down the list. Then for our judge's choice, it was Crikey, It's a Lemons. And that was a 1999 Ford Contour from Triple A-Holes Racing. Those were the engineers that were beat by the IT guys in the rocket competition.
Wow.
So, it happens. They had a good theme. They all had terrible mustaches. Their car had a terrible mustache. It was a good time. They were funny guys. I enjoyed them. And then for our organizer's choice was the Taco Taraku, which translates in Japanese from Japanese to lunchbox. and their 1992 Suzuki every all-wheel drive Aerotune, so a key van pretty much. And their car was terrifying. It was pink and it had tentacles and it had anime girls on it. And the award that we gave to them was the organizers, apostrophe S, a possessive nightmare award, because it really is a terrifying car. Lots of tentacles. I'm not sure if it was appropriate. It probably would be banned in Florida.
Well, I mean, lots of things get banned in Florida.
Not Donnie though.
No, there are exceptions to the rule. He's working on it, I'm sure, though.
So I'm sorry that we weren't able to talk during the rally.
No, not a problem.
I enjoy letting people talk to you guys. I think that it adds to the experience for them, and they get to articulate to people that kind of understand and what's going on, how much fun they're having. Because when you try to tell your friends and family that don't participate in lemons or anything, even a lemons adjacent, they stare at you like you've punched a horse or something.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's kind of like you had to be there.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, even explaining the race series is kind of, you had to be there.
Yep.
Like,
Exactly.
wait, you do what? Well, you take the worst car you can find.
Yep, pretty much, yeah.
And then you drive it for 2 days.
Is it fast? No.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah. Yes, it's definitely not.
Yeah, so I think our next rally is the Rust Belt Ramble.
Oh,
Let me just double check really quick.
that would be the Detroit, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
Yep. So Detroit, Michigan to Buffalo, New York. That's going to be July 15th to July 17th. And then shortly right after that, we're going to have the the Hell on Wheels, California, August 5th through 7th. And that might get changed from August 4th through 7th. And the location and in the starting location and ending location will probably be shifted to San Luis Obispo again.
Okay.
We have a good relationship with one of the breweries there. The guy's a big car guy. He's got like a deuce and a half that he set up as like a mobile brewery truck. A lot of cool stuff. So George is a cool guy. So it's a good place to start for us, I think.
You got to be a special kind of car guy or a car girl to have a good relationship with us, right?
Yeah, true. Probably some kind of genetic disorder or something.
Yeah, definitely bad decision-making skills is required.
Yeah. And then as far as rally goes, Eric's working with some people. So we should actually have some kind of cool announcements coming out in the next 3 months about, potentially having parties at the end of the rally and stuff like that. So I can't make any promises, but Eric's working really hard on that.
Are we, do we have any rallies that coincide with any of their upcoming races, either starting or finishing?
You know what? I don't think so. We're moving a little bit away from that because just the chaos of the race and then bringing the chaos of the rally at the same time can get a little stressful for the ralliers, it seems like.
It's kind of like the speed of light, though. You just can't go more. Yeah,
I mean, it might be worth it. I think that the Road Atlanta experience has kind of scarred me for a little while when we had the semi truck crash in front of the racetrack and no one actually associated with the rally was able to make it in the gate, really.
Yeah. Well,
so there's always a chance that we haven't set the 2023 calendar yet. So I have no doubt that the retreat from Moscow, as usual, will end either at like Road Atlanta or Barber.
Okay.
So,
well, we'll be starting there, and there is rumors that we will be participating in a rally of this year.
Are you thinking about Fall Failage?
Yes, I believe so.
That one is incredibly photogenic. I mean, all the out west rallies are really easy to photograph because snow-capped mountains and stuff like that. And the East Coast population density is hard, and it's hard to get away from people to take really great photos. But the Fall Failage tour or rally, it does a good job at being very photogenic. So I look forward to that one.
Yep. Yes, there's a plot being developed on our end. I will not be there, but there are rumors traveling and preparation.
You should probably you should get Randy to come. Bish hasn't done a rally yet. He tried to start a rally, but then his car blew up in the park.
We are well aware. We
Oh
are.
yeah, I know you were part of that endeavor.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I want to see Bish on a rally pretty badly.
Yeah.
He can. It's the same as the same kind of style that he races. Like
I
you get to
mean,
take lunch every time.
I mean, it's more like which car should he take as opposed to what car,
Correct. That is a
Exactly.
good point.
Exactly. Bish, how about the fall foliage? Vicky
Yeah,
will
that would
be
work
out
out.
there.
That'd work out pretty well for him.
I think it would. I think it would.
Yeah.
All right, Bish, command performance. I did see one team dressed in stripes, shall we say?
Yeah. That was the Phyllis and Corey, the ones
Oh,
with the Hertz. Yeah, they're the ones
okay.
in the rental class. So they,
Okay.
like I said, they acted like prisoners the whole time. I
Ah,
don't know
okay.
how many pairs of handcuffs they were running around with, but I'm pretty sure pretty much everyone on the rally got a pair of handcuffs.
And those were for the rally, right?
I don't know. They just bought a condo in Colorado. I mean, it could be for anything.
All right, and we have a little game that we play
Yes.
where we play. Let's rate the Lemons Rally hotels. How did we do
Oh,
this
okay.
time?
Yeah. So day one was just like oh no, that was we landed in Santa Fe and we stayed at a place at the Silver Spur. And from what I was told, they lost a couple reservations. So people who had made reservations did not get to stay. And
Awesome.
then I failed at part of my due diligence. And not that there's anything wrong with being homeless, but when we woke up the next morning, there was a very busy homeless shelter across the street with people yelling at each other in the street. So I kind of failed on that one. I admit it. Flagstaff, it was fine. We stayed at a place called Elevate. It was kind of close to the highway and convenient, but that's also where I started my battle with food poisoning.
Yep.
So I only really can tell you about the bathroom amenities
Okay.
at that hotel. Day 3 was at Moab, and we stayed at a La Quinta that was really far too expensive if you waited to reserve the hotel room. So for me, it was rather reasonable, but from what other people were telling me, what they were getting quoted rates at, it was insane. That was super nice. That's probably the nicest hotel we've ever stayed at. That was really nice. And then day 4, that was the end of the rally. So not as terrifying as sometimes they are. But Eric and I have a soft spot for those old motels. It's
Yeah.
that is the experience of driving on the road is, staying in those motels. On Route 66, we stay at, traditional motels that were famous during Route 66 heyday.
Sure.
You might get your stuff stolen now, but back in the day, they were really nice.
Well, we're doing something wrong with the La Quinta, not saying that, nothing against La Quinta, but, if it's the best hotel on a rally, you're probably okay. But when it's the most expensive hotel on the rally,
Correct.
that's
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Actually, Moab was really weird. There were 2 La Quintas within a block of each other. So I had gone to the wrong hotel the first time, and they said, no, it's the next guy down the street, and they're not owned by the same people as a franchise. So I don't know what bad blood there is in the Moab La Quinta world, but there obviously is.
So there could be some potential for La Quinta and La Quinta violence, maybe.
Correct. I don't know what that looks like. It probably just looks like a bunch of butter knives and other breakfast amenities thrown at each other.
Yeah.
No, man, Moab's a trippy place. It's a bunch of hippies and then a bunch of people in giant Jeeps with lots of guns. It was kind of a trip.
That sounds like Moab. I think that would be it. So best photo op or stop that you guys had?
Captain's log supplemental.
Once you start racing, you'll start to know that the more information your driver can have, the better. One of the things that we found is that the Sentinel system allows you to be able to not only get your driver the information that they need, but also be able to share the information with the pit and anybody who's got internet availability. You can integrate your AIM data. You can integrate the driver tag, as in who is the driver in the car. You can also integrate in your standings and who is ahead or behind of you into the dash, as well as be able to see flag statuses in case there's a yellow flag or a red flag or a black flag. Hopefully none of those, but they do happen. This was developed by a fellow racer, former guest, James Candelaria, and he is seeing a lot of people using it in the SCCA, WRL, AER, and we are doing demos at our paddocks whenever we are at the track. It could be at a race or it could be at an HBD. If you're interested and want to come in and see how it is, we can give you a demo. And if you find that it's something that would be helpful to your racing, please use our discount code, which will save you 10% on anything that you buy. And it is creatively GHIT, GHIT for Garage Heroes in Training. So hopefully you will find that the Sentinel system is as useful for your racing as we have found it for ours.
Well, like I said, okay, so mine's kind of, I'm biased. Obviously, I missed day 3.
Mm-hmm.
But on day 1, we stopped at the where did we stop? Oh, we stopped at the Cumbres railroad line. It's a steam locomotive in New Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And I had actually ridden on that when I was a kid and didn't realize that Eric had put it on the rally. So when I drove up, I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I got pretty excited about that. The TLRV was amazing. It's just like peak, like Radwood kind of technology, completely inhabited by cats at this point, because it's been just totally taken over by cats.
Yeah.
Moab was beautiful. Everything around day 3, I missed a lot of it, but I'm familiar with the places, and Lloyd's Lake, Hole and Rock, Wilson's Arch. They're all really beautiful places to go. If people haven't had the opportunity to go to Southeast Utah, I really recommend it.
So, looking upon your life and trying to ponder the depth of this question, is it something to be proud of that you've been to places that are stops for a Lemons Rally? Is this something that
that's actually a really good question. There was a lot of train stuff on this one, and my dad was a train nut when I was growing up. So when we ventured out in our RV, it was always to something with trains.
Okay.
So I think like we used to intentionally stop in Bakersfield. So I don't think I might have lived a bad life.
On purpose, you're saying?
Yeah. So now reflecting back on that, my dad didn't make good life choices.
No.
He did own a K car at one point also. So
please tell me it wasn't
like new. No, like new.
Half leather roof.
No, brand new. It was like that really light blue with matching light blue interior.
Nice.
That was like that weird velvety velour thing that they had. Yeah, I distinctly remember making the colors change by rubbing my hand back and forth on the seat. So he had a bunch of bad cars.
Seat, right? You're talking about
yeah.
Okay.
We had just terrible cars throughout my whole life.
Yeah. I think somebody who was raised with one of those cars in the family and wore one of those velour jogging suits was the person who created Velcro.
Probably. I mean, that's a good point.
That's my theory. I'm going with it.
You can stick to it.
Yeah, well. So, if someone's got very bad life choices as a practice, and this sounds like something that's appealing to them to do in the future, how would they find out more details about an upcoming Lemons Rally?
Yeah, well, our page is at 24hoursoflemons.com /rally, and all the rallies for the year are listed there. Then if you click on the particular event that you might be interested in, it'll send you a link and tell you the basics of what's happening during that event.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best way to find out about it.
Okay. And so we've got the rental class, and we've got how would one go about selecting the proper vehicle if they're coming to their first rally? Is there any tips or tricks from a veteran rallyist?
Well, buses win a lot. Buses are a bad decision, especially with, how fuel prices fluctuate. Getting a bus and then driving it to places that buses shouldn't go is a good way to win. British cars always do really well. I mean, it has a lot of starting points. Same with older Italian cars, heck, even newer Italian cars. Still haven't had a lot of Warsaw packed cars, Ladas and the like. I'd really like to see a couple of those. I would just give all the points for that. Another sure way to probably win if you hit all the checkpoints is to drive with your top off. So if you got T-tops, you got a convertible, you keep those down, you're going to win something.
Okay. Any vehicles with tracks, would that be extra points?
Oh man. I mean, yeah, that would be awesome. I don't even know. I mean, there's probably something out there. I think I saw something on Citrus Racers Lounge or something where it was like a tracked vehicle for sale up in Edmonton.
Yeah.
But I don't know how far you could get in the United States, if you could get away with that.
You never said you had to stay on the roads.
Correct. Yeah. If you can find a way to get to the checkpoints, it's the route is up to you. I guess that's the advantage of our rally.
Exactly. All right. Any special requests or things you'd like to see?
Just like I said, anything Soviet would be great.
Okay.
Or even Bisha Simca, if that's still alive, if someone can figure out how to rally that, that'd be great. It's another way to easily win a rally is to bring a race car. If you bring a Lemons race car that's caged out, they are literally the most uncomfortable things to bring on a rally.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that's another way to win if you have your street legal race car.
So if you would indulge us, we have a request from the Garage Heroes and Training team. Mm-hmm. For a rally vehicle. We would like to see someone get an ex-Cuban import car.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Into the rally.
How would you even get that here?
I think you're almost allowed to do it now.
Well, no, because the last administration kind of cut off Cuba, but I don't know if you could do that, a journalist would have the best bet at it, because journalists, regardless of what's going on in like the political theater, seem to always be allowed to go visit Cuba. So a journalist would have the best bet. That's a really good idea, actually. I never thought about that. That's a really good idea.
I think that would be fun, because you know what they typically had to do to keep those cars running.
Yeah.
It could be the most lemony car ever.
Yeah, it really, I still remember that National Geographic issue from when I was a teen about just how they keep those cars together. That might end up being that would be really cool. If someone could get that done, that would be really cool.
That would be.
They would
the
win.
farther from the better.
They would win. Yeah, I would just give them something. They would win something.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your Judge Phil theme. You get out of jail card is a Cuban car.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be. All right. So when are we going to have our next rally? When's our next rally reviews?
Like I said, it's a Rust Belt Ramble, July 15th through the 17th.
Okay.
Yep. And Eric Rude will be on that one. And then we'll that's our biggest rally. I think last year we had over 60 cars. So that's our biggest rally. It's kind of the gem of the rally crown, if you could say that exists.
Well, I mean, coal eventually turns into a diamond if you squish it long enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So will you be partaking in that one, or is Eric taking over, or is it going to be both of you?
No, I'll be it'll be both of us. I'm doing all the rallies this year. So if you want to see my ugly mug, I am at a rally.
So you will be the rally king of this year. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think the current term we're going with is Rally Master.
Rally Master. Oh.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I like it.
Well, it's not everything bagel. I mean,
Exactly.
I think it still needs to be workshopped a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not bad. It's not bad, but it could be better.
It could be better.
Yeah. So don't print your cards in bulk yet. Maybe just get
just get like 10 or 15.
Yeah, get the 50 at most, right?
Got it.
All right, very well. Well, if we don't talk to you before that, sir, which the odds of that are nearly zero.
Yeah.
You have great fun, and we're rooting for a Cuban vehicle is what we want to see.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
thanks
sir.
a lot. I hope your trip goes well.
Well, Hertz hasn't had me arrested yet, so I'm calling it a win.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Just me and you, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, she just had a long day at the hangar trying to work on the Honda.
Oh, trying to.
Yeah,
Never good.
we're not good at body work, so
Oh,
I'm
wait,
not sure
which
we're
car are
good
they
at
working
anything.
on? Are they
What's
working on the BMW?
What's that?
Which car are they working on?
The yellow Honda?
It got crashed?
Yeah, the
Where?
a little one, nothing major.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
remember that at pit race. I didn't remember you guys crashing at all, actually. So,
No worries.
but then again, I was standing at the front gate in the mud, so I didn't really see much of anything.